Welcome to DBA Workshop channel. In this session, we will learn how to write a simple C program. Consider a situation where you have to print these patterns using C program. Let's start it. I have opened a PuTTY session where I have connected to a Linux machine which is running in Oracle VirtualBox. I will create a new file. I will name a file AA.c. I press I to write has include standard input output header stdio.h and then void main empty parenthesis starting curly bracket ending curly bracket. I have to declare integer I, j. I have to run a loop. Here I have to initialize the I. Then I have to write the condition I is less than 5. Then I have to increment the I. Bracket for loop, closing bracket for loop. Then I will call printf function. In this function, I will write I equal to and then j equal to. For now, I don't have a j. Then I will print the value of I only. As a second argument, I will write I. I have to write the placeholder for I here. Percentage D. D is for integer type value can be printed using percentage %d. I'm pressing escape and then colon WQ. Now I will compile the program. I have to execute the program using a.out. Right now I have seen that it is printing I equal to 1, then equal to 2, and then I equal to 3, and then I equal to 4. So I'm going back to the program again. If I need a new line, so immediately after printing the I have to write the new line character. So I press I for insert mode and then /n. /n is a special character which will print new line character. So let's compile the program again and execute it again. Now for I loop, it has printed the value of I in 4 rows. So inside I want to execute j 3 times. Opening the program again, and I will open one more loop here. Pressing I for insert mode and pressing bye for copy the line and P for paste, and then I'm replacing the vector I with j so that I don't have to type it again. Now for second loop, I will open the bracket and close the bracket also. For better indentation, I will provide a few spaces over here so that I could understand the loop. So this is the inner for loop. This is the outer for loop. So here I want to print the value of j as well. So I will write j equal to and then percentage d for j, and then I have to pass the value of j as well. So this is the syntax of printf function. Whatever inside the first argument within the double quotes is the string that will be printed over there. So I expect that output would be I equal to and then this placeholder space j equal to and then placeholder. So first placeholder will be replaced by a second argument and second placeholder will be replaced by third argument and so on. So let's see the output. I'm saving it, compiling the program again, and then executing it. Now, because first I is running for 4 times, then j is running for 4 times. So total 16 values are printed over there. So 16 lines has been already printed. But I want to print as per the requirement. I want to print first 4 lines in the one row. I don't want to print this pattern in 16 rows. I need 4 rows only. So first 4 values must be printed in the first row. Let's do it. Opening the file again, and let's adjust the new line character because I don't want to print the new line character here, so I will get rid of it. I will delete it. If I delete it and if I run the program again, I have to compile it again and then I will run it. Now everything is printed in one line. So now it is printing the 16 numbers in a single line. So what if I print new line character over here? Let's compile it and see what will happen. So now I equal to 1, j equal to 1. I have to type a space over here. One more thing, I want to add a bracket over here so that it won't confuse me and I can identify the one set of number. Now this is the first value and this is the second value and this is the third value and this is the fourth value. So this means that I have printed these values over here. And how I printed it? I just consider I have two values ij and I have to print it in this pattern. So how we can do it? So consider I equal to 1. For j, I I have to run the j for 4 times. 1, 2, 4. For I equal to 2, running j for 4 times again. For I equal to 3, running the j for 1, 2, 3, 4 times. For I equal to 4, doing it again. So see this example. Here this is a j value. J is 1, 2, 3, 4 and I is 1 all across. So I is 1 all across for first row. I is 3 for all across the third row and I is 4 for all across the fourth row. So in this way we could think that I is an outer loop and inside j is something that is in a loop and it is repeating 4 times. So the number of, if I have a one more I, automatically it will repeat because this is the inner loop. So in a programming language we have a loops, and loops is something that repeats for number of times and it have a entry condition and it have a exit conditions, and we have a different kind of loops in C. We could have a for loop, we could have a while loop, we could have a do while loop, we could have a other loops as well. So let's go back to the program. Opening the file again. So here I have a for loop. This is the outer loop and it will run 4 times, and here is a j loop and it is also run 4 times and it will print the values of I and j. Let's see. Here it is printing all the values. Now if I have to print something, I could print different patterns from this. Let's see how. For example, if I write some condition over here, like if I equal to j, printf else print this. See, so I'm doing some kind of comparison. If I equal to j, for example, in this, if you see this output, you know, for here I and j are equal. So for this I'm taking just advantage of this situation where I equal to j, and where I have a I equal to j and I am printing something else. So we have a if else loop in C that will help us to check some value and do something. So if it is something conditional, if has a something conditional operator over here, and it is just comparing the value of I equal to j, and it will take some decision. If this value is true, then it will print this, otherwise if this is false, it will print the other value. So now because this is a toggle, this is just a conditional operator. If either if will be true or either else will be true. So for now we came to know that how we just printed the different characters inside the inner and outer loop. For example, if I have a different condition over here, if I say if I is less than equal to j, and you know, if I is less than equal to j, it is able to print the pattern for every condition where I is less than j, it will print these values. If I just change the condition differently, if I say I is greater than equal to j, it will print something like this. So using this pattern, I can print a few things. For example, if I want to print star over here, I want to print this, print space over there. Let's see what will happen. So I'm able to print this pattern using a few changes to the existing program. If I want to print the pattern differently, I'm just changing this condition over here, and then pattern will be different. See, the pattern is now different pattern has been printed. So in this session we have learned what is for loop, what is if else conditional, and so we could do the same thing using do and while also. So let's do it. Let me change the program to do the things using while. While is also similar to for loop. We could use while as well. I'm pressing DD to delete the line. I'm pressing I to go back to the insert mode. Then I would write while loop, while, and then I would have some kind of condition over here, like I is less than 6, and then because for while we have to initialize it before, it is a bit different from for loop, because for loop has three positions over here. This is just a starting initial conditions, and this is just a comparison conditions, and this is just an increment conditions. For while we have only one condition, that is comparison condition. Initialization we have to do before, and within the while the last step would be increment, because we don't have a places to write all three things at once. So we have to write the condition at the end to write I plus plus over here. It will do the same thing. So I can change the second for loop also. Write while over here. J equal to 1, I have to take it outside the loop. So I have to write j equal to 1 over here. And then this is a comparison. And for for increment, you have to do it, then the loop ends. Right, J++ over here. Every C statement ends with a semicolon. There is one more loop that is called the do while. We could discuss that as well. Do while we just have a condition at the end of the loop. We could write do over here, start, and the end I will write the condition. There is one difference between while and do while. For example, if the condition is initially wrong, I mean condition is failed on the very first step. For example, if I'm just initializing the I equal to 6, that is already greater than 5, so this condition is false. But do while is something that will run at least for once. That's it.